I'm not sure charisma is one of them, but definitely organization, um, deft policy positioning, among other things, and of course yung Malasakit Center, etc. But the Bato one is, you can see the bump is really about itong consolidation na, okay, si Digong wala na, tapos na, game over na, but at least let's save this guy. Right? I mean, that's the only way I can see it. So, ang taas niya sa Pulse Asia, pero dun sa dalawa, 30+% lang siya, which is almost exactly the number of people na either hindi sang-ayon or lubos na hindi sang-ayon or medyo undecided dun sa question ng ICC. Because remember, 50 to 60% ay supportive of, 60% supportive yung mag-face sa ICC yung ibang co-perpetrators, and around 50+% naman ay may tiwala sa ICC. So, that means 30 to 40% na ating population ay either nagdadalawang isip or talagang hindi sang-ayon with the whole ICC thing. If not even supportive of the AJ case or at least the drug war. So in that sense, hindi completely crazy the idea of Bato getting 30+% and that putting him within the top 5, if not higher, right? Again, this is a snapshot. Things can change. Remember, all of these surveys are made medyo still in the freshness or rottenness, whatever you want to call it, of the aftermath of the Digong arrest and detention sa The Hague. So, hindi. Kaya nga guys, I still stand by my argument na hindi ako naniniwala na hindi. I'm passionate against the argument. Hindi totoo yung bobotante, hindi yan totoo. Hindi ako naniniwala because I think it's not a question of IQ. I don't think it's a question of intelligence. I think it's a question of critical thinking. I think it's a question of values. And I would even say, especially dun sa mga selectively nagsasite ng, I don't know, Old Testament to justify Duterte's drug war, I would say it's also a question of hypocrisy. So it's more a question of ethics, I would say, and morality and critical thinking rather than IQ. That's why I don't agree with that. That's why I lubos na lubos ako yung disagreement ko with the term bobotante, because that's a very elitist, parang IQ-ish, parang eugenics kind of way of looking at it. Maling-mali yan. I think ang problema dito is hypocrisy and critical thinking. And critical thinking has nothing to do with intelligence. I've seen people who have like, I don't know, double PhDs, graduates of top schools, I don't know, engineering, napakatalino sa math, pero napaka-ewan yung pag-iisip. I mean, look at Elon Musk, right? I think he has a high IQ guy. I don't know as high as he claims, but definitely sabog yung political ideas niya. Like totally out of this world, right? Like some of the stuff he says in politics are like basically some of the dumbest things I've heard in my life, right? But obviously, he's saying those things because he's emotional. Of course, alam naman natin nangyari sa kanya, yung anak niya, ganyan. So, I know he's just being emotional and, I don't know, some would say ketamine, whatever, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that walang kinalaman sa IQ yan. And walang kinalaman sa socioeconomic class. Because last time I checked, majority ng ABC ay bumoto rin kay Sara Duterte and Marcos base sa lahat ng mga surveys and data na meron tayo. And meron tayong extensive studies by sociologists, by experts and social scientists, which I also covered in my own scholarly works, including 2 works I did with Cambridge University Press, na klarong-klaro the middle class supported the unit team and supported Digong in 2016. So hindi totoo na. So that's why I completely disagree with that whole label. But meron ba tayong problema sa critical thinking? Meron ba tayong problema sa hypocrisy? Meron ba tayong problema sa tamang pag-intindi sa ating scripture, sa ating saligang batas? Yes, absolutely. And that's why we do what we're doing. That's why we do what we're doing, right? But then again, as I said, on the surface, it looks crazy that majority support ICC after Duterte, and meaning they support more arrests of more co-perpetrators. At the same time, tumataas ng support ng pro-Duterte, if not one of the co-perpetrators allegedly, sa surveys na yan. And as I said, the only way I can make sense out of that is to look at that around 1/3 of our voters na ayaw nila sa ICC or galit sila sa ICC. And doon sa mga ating mga, let's say, undecided na medyo naawa kay Digong or baka naawa kay Bato. And a part of me also feels baka kasalanan din natin kasi ang taas ng exposure binibigay natin sa kanila. I mean, look at the amount of content about Bato, Robin Hood, Philip Salvador, and then look at the amount of content about Pacquiao or whatever. The only person lang na hindi nag-apply itong publicity is king or queen is Amy. She's all over the place, and she's also politically all over the place. Ayaw siya ng, if those quotes were right, ayaw siya ni Panaylo, ayaw siya ni Hanilet, ayaw siya ng DDS, ayaw din siya ng, malamang yung mga supporters ng admin, malamang yung mga Ilocano na who are standing with BBM, and they believe in the principle of loyalty, right? Ako naman, wala naman problema mag-disagree ka sa kapatid mo eh. Okay naman, tama lang naman. In fact, senador ka, di ba? Kapatid mo president, you have to check and balance each other. I'm 100% for that. But is this the right way to do it? And then, if it were true na yung sinasabi ni Jesus Escudero na basically sinircumvent yung kanyang authority, like ibang klaseng pagkakaroon yata yan. So no wonder, in all of the surveys we're looking at, if there's one thing that is quite consistent is Amy is on the losing side of history, but also on the losing side of these elections. And I don't know what she wants to pull off in the coming weeks and so to have a chance. And you know, I used to hear that she wanted to run for mayor of Manila. Well, good luck with that. She was smart enough not to do that. I won't be surprised she wants to run for vice president, probably with Sara Duterte, if not higher. But if she cannot even make it to the Senate this year, then medyo malabo na yung prospects niya. And yeah. Good luck sa atin. Thank you very much, guys, for listening to latest episode ng ano bang pangalan natin? Deep Dive. Ang dami kasi natin podcast, di ba? As I said, if you want a more serious side of us, a more, let's say, production level, more formal, journalistic side, and I mean it journalistic in a good sense of the word, feel free to check The View from Manila, yung show natin on One News TV5. There, kausap natin yung mga leading experts in the world, ambassadors, foreign ministers, etc. But if you want a much more dark humor, infotainment, welcome to Deep Dive. And then, of course, kanina naman, some of you were able to catch it. We had a more academic, but still entertaining one with my fellow academics and friends. Sila Dean Ed, sila Dean Gad, Dr. Garcia, Attorney De Leon, Professor Cliff Arguelles, Professor Ranjit Rai, and of course, the greatest of all, El Professor, Edu Manzanas. El Professor na siya. The highest level, El Professor. Kami mga assistant associate professor lang mga highest na naabutan namin. Siya, El Professor. Parang El Presidente. Okay, on that note, good luck na lang sa atin. But at least, tama yung sinabi ko, ang laki ng chance ni Kiko and laki ng chance ni Bam. Oh, by the way, I forgot, most important part, balikan natin yung issue ng tactical voting because kanina, sabi ko, mention na natin yan. So kanina ay nagpagawa tayo ng survey, obviously. This is not a scientific survey because it's on my Twitter and of course my following on Twitter, while diverse, I think from senator of Texas to, I don't know, Philippine senators, all sorts of different people follow me on Twitter, not to mention many trolls. But obviously I don't pretend this to be scientific, but my sense is there are many kakampings who follow me on Twitter. So basically, I asked the question, sa tingin nyo ba, bukas pa kayo sa tawagin natin Team Liwanag sa Dilim versus Team Duterte? Right? And ang mga options dito is no, I will only vote for pink candidates. Option number 2, so far it has 46% of my votes. Option number 2, yes, pwede Team Liwanag sa Dilim because DDS is the number one enemy of our democracy. Number 3, 13% lang bumoto. Depends on the Senate race, meaning, maybe I will vote, I don't know, maybe Pacquiao if may chance pa siya or something like that para lang hindi manalo si, I don't know, Amy or whatever. And then undecided is just 5%. That's incredible. Only 5% are undecided. So, labanan basically ito ng no, only pink ang bobotohin ko, even if that means 3, 4, 5 people, I don't know, Heidi Mendoza, some would say Luke, but definitely Bam and Kiko. Nakikita ko consistent na yan. I've already said my piece on Heidi Mendoza's issue. I don't want to talk more about that. Just go back to that blog and all of that. So basically, ang labanan dito is no, only pink candidates, or yes, bukas kami sa, that's the term I came up with, Team Liwanag sa Dilim. Medyo cheeky talaga tayo. No? Sorry guys, I'm medyo Medyo, alam mo naman, style natin. Team Liwanag sa Dilim. Speaking of Team Liwanag sa Dilim, remember, how did we explain tactical voting? Remember, guys, how actually I used the term strategic voting. It's actually tactical voting, sorry. Strategic siya in a sense that you have a greater long-term goal, pero technical terms actually tactical voting. Basically, tactical voting is this. You have 12 options. You wanna, of course, vote for Bam and Kiko. And then you know na dun sa mga last 2, 3, 4 slots or even 5 slots, may mga iba dyan na either alyansa or independent or totally pro Duterte na pag pumasok na yan, good luck with accountability on the whole Piatos issue. Right? So, bukas ka ba na bumoto sa mga ibang alyansa members na sigurado ka or at least you are more than 50% sure na boboto ng tama, or at the very least, alam nila anong ibig sabihin ng forthwith after Sara Duterte was impeached, at bukas pa sila on a proper hearing about ICC, jurisdiction of ICC, and most important, I would even say, bukas pa sila to rejoin the ICC and even support a truth commission. And I can 100% say that dun sa 12 alyansa members, a good number are medyo questionable, but there are more than a few of them that I think, yes, will vote not only to proceed with the trial, but actually may even vote on the right side of history. So, bukas pa yung mga ibang kakamping to not only vote for Bam and Kiko and the rest of the Team Liwanag, but bukas pa sila sa Team Liwanag sa Dilim tactical voting. Right? Sorry for magalit na naman yung mga ka-BBM natin dyan. Pasensya na, I'm just playing with the, alam niyo naman, makulit lang ako. We're just playing with the terminologies and all of that. Bukas pa kayo sa Team Liwanag sa Dilim or basically Team Liwanag period. Ganun lang ba? I'm not sure how many people are discussing this openly, but I just felt I have to discuss this openly. Right? And I know I'm gonna get bashed for this, probably criticized by some people, etc. But I just felt this is the mature way of discussing these issues, because this Senate race is about many things. This Senate race is about who are we as a nation. This Senate race is about referendum on the administration, but the Senate race is also about holding the Dutertes accountable. And that's why mahalaga sino mananalo at sino makapasok at anong maging composition ng darating na Senado. And that's why I felt it's important to ask the question, bukas pa kayo sa tactical voting for Team Liwanag sa Dilim? On that note, thank you very much. Please just go to our Twitter. Feel free to vote and share your opinions and views. And I'm more than happy to check your views, your ideas, your criticisms. Yes, go ahead, please. I'm open to the debate. Wala akong problema dyan. Let's debate this, and let's debate this in good spirit and with good intentions. At doon naman sa mga trying hard pretentious na pa-intellectual people na naghahamon mag-debate, maging relevant muna kayo sa buhay at ayusin niyo muna yung intention niyo sa buhay, ha? Okay? I've done enough of debating with horrible people. Okay? Tama na yan, okay? We have more important things to do in life, right? But at least what I can say is yung mga na-debate namin, at least mga relevant people. Medyo mga ano rin naman, medyo katulad din natin ng mga medyo millions and millions ang viewers nila per month at least, right? Alright. So anyway, joking aside, thank you very much. No, I was not joking. Thank you very much, guys. Maraming salamat. And please, just think about it. Bukas pa kayo sa tactical voting. If not, please explain why and tell me why. And more than happy to read your comments and your constructive criticisms and your passionate interventions, because meron tayong mga comments dito. There are a couple of our good friends who have very good comments. I hope okay lang sa kanila kung basahin natin yung mga comments nila. Ayan na. Kagatin ko na yung the normal way of doing things, diba? Pang radio style, podcast style. No, I think I'm glad when people are open about their ideas on very controversial issues. Kasi I know this is a pretty controversial issue. Yeah, controversial issue. But di lumalabas yung hina ng internet ko dito. Wait lang ah. No, I want to read some of the comments kasi na-encourage ako sa mga comments, because remember, our ultimate goal here is to magkaroon tayo ng healthy discussion, right? Healthy discussion towards a good goal, and that's critical thinking. And more importantly, how, this is about saving our democracy, basically, right? So let me just read some of the comments. Wag niyo muna lighten itong old phone ko, ah. Okay, so I made it clear. When I say tactical voting, I say support Bam, Kiko, Heidi, etc. Plus Alianza members willing to stand up to Duterte's in next Senate. If yes, tinanong ko, who among Alianza bukas kayo? May si Lorenzo Makalintal, sabi niya, how is Abalos looking? Isn't there a possibility that we will drop down the 3 Liwanag candidates if we do this? Again, a good question. That's quite a risk. Baka if you vote also for the other mahinang Alianza member, the next thing you know is purong Alianza at saka DDS sa Manalo. Sabi nung iba, Binay and Lacson sure, Bong Revilla siguradong, okay, hindi ko na sasabihin yung sinabi niya. Yung isa naman sabi niya, Soto, Lacson, Binay, bukas siya for tactical voting. Interesting. Yung iba, please not another Grace po move. So basically sabi nila, itong